Hey everyone, I'm Steve Nash.
And I'm Michaela Cesare, and this is our review of Those Pesky Humans.
You get on my nerves so much.
Steve's going on a date with a human tonight. It's a big step up for him. Yeah?
Those pesky humans, present company included.
Pesky Humans is a game where one player takes control of the monsters while another player takes control of the heroes. Inside the box, you'll find 10 boards, which are two-sided and will be used to create the dungeon, 4 hero character cards, each with their own stats and special abilities, the Ogre card, which is the big boss of the dungeon, ability cards for each of the heroes and ability cards for the Ogre as well, a deck of human cards which contain special actions, a deck of monster cards which contain monsters and special actions, starting tokens for both the humans and the Ogre, treasure tokens and items tokens, cardboard doors, monsters, heroes, and hit counters. To win the game, the heroes must collect the 3 gems and escape the dungeon.
Here's how to set up the game. The monster player will choose 10 rooms at random and build the dungeon. Each room of the dungeon must be accessible. He then takes the 3 gems, 2 secret passages, and 5 random treasures. He places one of these in each of the rooms in the dungeon, making sure they are face down and that the hero player did not see what they are. Then, place the items in each room which have items in them. These can be weapons, shields, potions, etc. The monster player then places the hero start token and the monster start token as far apart from each other as possible. On the monster start location, place the Ogre. The monster player then chooses 3 of the 6 ability cards for his Ogre. The other cards are out of the game. Shuffle the monster cards and then draw 5 cards. Place doors at each of the entrances. Some of the doors are locked and others can be trapped. The monster player is now ready. For the human player, he must choose 3 heroes out of the 4. For each hero, he must choose 3 of 6 ability cards, putting the rest out of the game. Those heroes are placed on the hero starting location. Shuffle the hero cards and draw 5 cards from the deck. You can now start the game.
Each of the players has 3 phases: draw cards, movement, and battle. The humans will go first, so that a player will draw cards and add it to his hand. Next, he moves each of his heroes. They can move up to the number of hexes written on their character card. So the thief, for example, can move up to 7 hexes. Once all heroes have moved, if they are adjacent to a monster, they can make a single attack. In battle, you roll a die and add it to your attack value, while the monster will roll a die and add it to his defense value. If the number is equal to or higher than the defense, then you put a hit marker on the monster's card. Each monster and hero has their HP value written at the bottom of their card. Once all attacks have been made, the monster takes his turn.
The monster player has the same steps, but instead he draws 2 cards instead of 1. If he plays a monster card, he puts it next to his Ogre card and can summon it adjacent to his Ogre pawn. He moves all his monsters according to their movement value. He then makes his attacks on adjacent heroes. Both players do this back and forth until the hero player escapes with the 3 gems or until the Ogre kills those pesky humans who won't mind their business.
To collect items, just end your turn next to it and pick it up. Place that item on your character card. Monsters can also pick up these items, but this might just bring them close to the humans. You see, if a hero kills a monster, or vice versa, the items go to whoever won the fight. What I like doing is picking up potion and just wasting them for fun to piss off the humans. To open a chest, do the same thing, but remember, only 3 of those are gems and 2 are secret passages which allow you to teleport to each other. The other 5 chests are traps, curses, and special encounters with one of the 4 encounter monsters. So be careful when choosing which chest to open. If a monster is killed, his pawn and card are removed from the game, and the same goes for the heroes. The hero player can send one of his heroes outside with the gem. If he does this, the character is lost, but now he only has 2 gems to worry about. If the Ogre is ever killed, he simply respawns on the starting location in 2 turns. While the Ogre is regenerating, the monster player can not play cards. If the heroes escape with all 3 gems, they win the game.
Let me explain how the ability cards work. When a player uses an ability card, he flips it over and this card can only be used once during the game. Some of these abilities are really powerful. If you want to regain those cards, you must go to the room which is made for that character. So for example, if the wizard uses an ability, he can go to the library and try to regain that card. Each character, including the ogre, has a special room for him to regain ability cards. The other cards you draw at the start of your turn can be used anytime during the game. These cards do special things like heal, add to your roll, double your movement, counter spell, distract minions, etc.
It's a simple fantasy game with comical artwork and a random dungeon every time you play. You can also play up to 4 players, where each player controls a single hero. We like the size of the character cards, but don't like the overall quality of the cards. They feel damp and give it a retro feeling. Plus, some of the printing is off-center on the cards, but the board and pieces are good. We love the special attacks of some of the monsters, like the spider bitch or the wolf, who can web you or scratch you. Some abilities can be used once per turn, but they don't specify which turn, so can the healer heal on the monster's turn as well? Other than quality and lack of characters, this game is fun. The rulebook is okay and has some funny images, but needs work. We're giving those pesky humans a 7.5 on 10.